Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Like I just did a show on Tim Scott again by him saying that America is not a racist country. No soon as I finished that broadcast, turn on the television, and here is Vice President Kamala Harris stating that America is not a racist country. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? What's really happening? There's still an anti-lynching bill that needs to be passed. That's on the books. That hasn't been passed yet. We got the Voter Rights Act suppression that's taking place in Georgia. We got Dylan Roof killed 9 church members in Carolina. What is going on? The country was founded on race. America was founded on race. When you take the census, they want to know what your race. You fill out a job application, your race. Even Kamala Harris stated when she was younger the racism and discrimination she faced. Now, is this a new ideology stating that America is not a racist country? Or are they saying that they have something in the works to fix racism permanently, once and for all? And if that's the case, then okay, say that. But we know systemic racism against black and brown, right? We see the evidence, we see the actions. We saw the murder of George Floyd by Derek Chauvin. We see the disproportionate killings among black men and women in America versus white men and white women, but yet we see white men and white women commit acts of violence against police officers, and yet they live. So when the Vice President Kamala Harris states that there's no racism in America, it's like, wait, what's going on? Is there a change, a shift in the narrative that the American people have to catch up to? Right? Racism in America, Jim Crow, black codes. What are you talking about? Right? Look at the statistics they take. Why are black people leading in poverty, food deserts? Why, when blacks moved, in particularly Detroit, Michigan, why blacks moved in, whites moved out? What do you mean America is not a racist country? What? You have to explain yourself on that, Kamala. We're confused, right? You are a black female, went to Howard University, faced discrimination, but yet you say America is not a racist country. Is that a code word or something? Is that a new ideology that's being forged into the American psyche without evidence or proof to prove your statement? I'm confused. I mean, a lot of people are trying to understand what's actually going on. I mean, you just had 3 men in Georgia for Ahmaud Arbery's killing charged with a hate crime. You just passed an anti-Asian hate crimes bill. America is not a racist country. Wow. White man in Georgia killed 6 Asian women. Wow. Unless they're saying that we can't define race. Interesting. They might be saying, well, we can't define race because 99% of discrimination against you was due to race. But that 1% is, I didn't like the shoes you had on. So you can't call me 100% racist. Now, if you leading that charge, Kamala, whoa, that means that we headed down a slippery slope. I mean, this is interesting. You know, first Tim Scott comes out for the Republican Party and says America's not a racist country, and he gets called Uncle Tim. Hell, I called him Uncle Tim Scott. Right? Because how can a black man who faced racism, who's yearning to be 100% complete freedom, especially when you travel outside America and you see the difference in the way you treated in other countries versus in America, followed throughout the stores, always looked upon as the suspect, always getting pulled over to where blacks have higher pullover rates from cops as far as ticketing or just being stopped by the police than any other race in America. And then they say, America's not a racist country. What the? So, you officials, you intellectuals, you have to explain to the American public what do you mean by that, because the American public is very smart. You have to clarify your statement, because it's almost saying that what we're seeing and what we're looking at with our own eyes is an illusion. You know, Andrew Brown didn't get shot by the police with both hands on the steering wheel. Philando Castile didn't get shot while reaching for his concealed handgun license in which the officer asked for them. Right? None of that happened. We didn't, No, we meaning we don't have white supremacist terrorist organizations in America. They didn't storm the Capitol building and call the Capitol Police niggas. Right? That didn't happen. Right? The Capitol Police, the female and the male, who stated how many times they've been called nigger, that just didn't happen on January the 6th. But all the Klan marches and using negative epithets to describe black people that's allowed to walk publicly in the streets, that wasn't racism. The tearing down of Confederate statues that represented racism in America, but America is not a racist country. Maybe we got something wrong. What the hell? Is the psyche of America falling apart? People going crazy? I mean, this is something. You got the president of the United States now, who's fighting and putting forth actions to stop discrimination, especially in the police department, but yet the vice president says there's no racism in America. Hey man, maybe look. This show, Verbal Peak Radio, is also downloaded or uploaded to YouTube. You can go to Verbal PIC Radio on YouTube and leave a comment. Tell your friends to like and subscribe, but most importantly, answer the question for me of where we're headed and justify why America which was founded on race. Look at the Native Americans. They call them savages. They came to conquer and pillage and plunder and take in the name of their Christian Lord. Because everybody else was savages who wasn't a Christian. Right? Race. You're not of white blood. So anything that's not white, you're not a part of what we deem as America, so we discriminate against you. Unless they're saying that if that's changed, wow, it's interesting. I need somebody leave a comment, because this is how this show really took place. Well, actually, the Tim Scott podcast, because I had a lot of comments saying that me calling Tim Scott Uncle Tim Scott was racist. And America's not a racist country. Wow, man, wow. I mean, what the hell is going on? What are they trying to say? But then describe what is it? Right? If it's not racist, why are people saying no justice, no peace? Why are minorities not getting justice if it's not a... We need your definition and your understanding or the terms of how you're using racism then. Maybe you need to explain that so we can get a better understanding. Minding you all to go check out my interview with Loki on cryptocurrency, which is on... The video is on Verbal Pick Radio on YouTube. Check out the Sabrina the Model interview I did, which is on Verbal Pick Radio YouTube. We getting ready to release Mark X, the nutritionist video as well on Verbal Pick Radio on YouTube. I mean, we got a lot coming. Shout out to Jeopardy J Entertainment. Shout out to A-Tone Production. Listen to my podcast I did with Nasir, Mr. Nasir. So much high frequency. HLSports1.com. Hey, so much going on, but really, we want you all to comment. I mean, let me know what could they possibly mean after all the evidence and the civil rights marches and the killings and the systemic racism and the outward racism and racism in the educational system, and then they come out and say America's not a racist country. Like, what the hell are you talking about? It's founded, built on race. What was slavery? That wasn't racist. Wow, dude, it's crazy. Verbal Pick Radio, we're out.